The courtroom is usually a place of seriousness, but when you step into Judge Caprio's court, you know you're in for more than just justice. From unintentional comedy to heartfelt moments, every case is a blend of laughter, life lessons, and pure humanity. In today's video, we'll dive into 6 of the funniest moments that ever unfolded in Judge Caprio's courtroom. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video, because laughter is always better when it's shared. It was a typical day in Judge Caprio's courtroom, with the usual lineup of parking violations, speeding tickets, and minor infractions. But when Sarah walked in, the atmosphere shifted. Dressed in a business suit, carrying a stack of folders, she seemed every bit the professional. Her offense? Double parking in a busy downtown area. As she took the stand, Judge Caprio greeted her warmly. "Sarah, what brings you here today?" he asked. "Your Honor," she began, already flustered. "I was running late for a meeting, and I couldn't find a spot. So I thought, just for a few minutes." Judge Caprio raised an eyebrow. A few minutes turned into an hour, according to this ticket. Sarah smiled sheepishly. "It was a very long meeting, Your Honor, but it was important." The courtroom chuckled, and the judge leaned forward. "Sarah, let me guess. This isn't the first time you've been a little late, is it?" She hesitated before admitting, "Well, my friends do call me the queen of running late." The laughter in the courtroom grew louder, and even Judge Caprio couldn't help but smile. "Sarah, if I had $1 for every just a few minutes excuse, I'd be retired by now." The judge paused, his tone shifting to a mix of sternness and humor. "Look, I understand life gets busy, but double parking isn't just an inconvenience. It can cause real problems. That said, I'm going to cut you a break today." Sarah's relief was evident as the judge continued. "You're dismissed, but only on one condition. Set an alarm, plan ahead, and don't let Queen of Running Late become your lifelong title." As she left the stand, Sarah gave a sheepish wave. "Thank you, Your Honor. I promise to be on time, at least most of the time." Sarah's story reminds us that even the busiest among us need to slow down and plan better. But as funny as her case was, our next story takes comedy to a whole new level. A defendant who had the whole courtroom in stitches with his unexpected logic. The next case called to the stand was James, a young man in his late 20s. Wearing a casual hoodie and sneakers, he walked up with a confident swagger that immediately piqued Judge Caprio's interest. "Good morning, James," Judge Caprio greeted, glancing at the file in front of him. "You're here for a speeding ticket, clocked at 45 miles per hour in a 30-mile zone. What's your story?" James grinned, his demeanor as casual as his outfit. "Your Honor, I'd like to present my mathematical defense." The courtroom murmured with intrigue, and Judge Caprio leaned back in his chair, clearly amused. "Mathematical defense? All right, let's hear it." James pulled out a piece of paper with a hand-drawn diagram. "You see, Your Honor, I was driving downhill. Gravity adds speed. It's physics. So technically, it wasn't me speeding. It was the Earth's natural forces at play." The room erupted in laughter, and even Judge Caprio couldn't suppress a chuckle. "James, are you trying to tell me that Sir Isaac Newton is responsible for your speeding ticket?" "Exactly," James said, his grin widening. "If anything, I should be thanking him for making science so interesting." Judge Caprio shook his head, smiling. "James, that's one of the most creative excuses I've heard in this courtroom. But unfortunately, Newton isn't here to pay the fine for you." The laughter subsided as Judge Caprio's tone grew serious. "Here's the deal, James. Gravity or not, the law doesn't change. Speed limits exist for everyone's safety. That hill you mentioned, what if someone had been crossing the street at the bottom? You wouldn't have been able to stop in time." James's confident smile faded, replaced by a thoughtful nod. "You're right, Judge. I didn't think about it like that." The judge softened, giving him a fair chance to learn from his mistake. "I'm going to reduce the fine, James. But remember this. Next time you encounter gravity, use your brakes." As James left, he waved his paper in the air. "Thanks, Your Honor. I'll save this defense for another time. Maybe in science class." James's creative explanation showed us that humor can make even the toughest situations a little lighter. But our next case features a young boy who brought not just humor but heart to the courtroom, creating a moment Judge Caprio would never forget. It was an unusual sight. A boy no older than 10 standing at the defendant's table, accompanied by his father. The judge, intrigued, addressed the boy directly. "And who might you be?" Judge Caprio asked with a warm smile. The boy puffed out his chest and replied confidently, "I'm Alex, and I'm here to defend my dad." The courtroom broke into soft laughter as Judge Caprio chuckled. "Defend your dad, huh? Well, Alex, let's see what we've got here. Your father, Mr. Wilson, is charged with parking in a no-parking zone. What do you have to say about that?" Alex adjusted his tie, a clip-on that was slightly crooked, and began his defense. "Your Honor, my dad only parked there because we were late for my soccer game. He didn't want me to miss it because I'm the goalie, and the team needs me." Judge Caprio nodded, clearly impressed. "Sounds like your dad is pretty dedicated. But what about the law, Alex? No parking zones are there for a reason." Alex thought for a moment before responding. "Well, if he didn't park there, we would have been late, and the team might have lost. So technically, he was helping everyone." The courtroom erupted into laughter, and even the judge had to pause to regain his composure. "That's a solid argument, Alex. You'd make a great lawyer one day." Turning to Mr. Wilson, the judge asked, "Is that true? Were you really just trying to get Alex to his game on time?" Mr. Wilson nodded sheepishly. "Yes, Your Honor. I know I shouldn't have parked there, but I didn't want to disappoint him or his team." Judge Caprio smiled, addressing Alex again. "Well, young man, your dad is lucky to have such a passionate advocate. But laws are laws, and I can't let him off completely. How about this? I'll reduce the fine, but you have to promise me one thing." Alex leaned forward eagerly. "What's that?" "Next time, remind your dad to leave 5 minutes earlier," the judge said with a wink. The courtroom burst into applause as Alex beamed with pride. "Deal, Your Honor." Alex's passionate defense for his dad showed us how love and humor can shine even in the most unexpected places. But the next case proves that sometimes defendants use humor as a shield, and the results are nothing short of hilarious. We've seen today, Judge Caprio's courtroom is not just a place for justice, but a space where humanity, laughter, and life lessons come alive. From creative excuses to heartfelt defenses, these moments remind us that behind every case is a person with a story worth hearing. If these stories made you laugh, think, or feel inspired, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Let us know in the comments which moment was your favorite, and stay tuned for more unforgettable courtroom tales. Thank you for watching, and remember, justice isn't just about rules, it's about understanding the people behind them. Until next time, take care and stay kind.